little babies.
What are you eating? What are you eating?
You know what it is, Ray?
I don't. That's why I'm asking.
I had a work meeting here this week, and I ordered a spread. Got some deli meats, some nice
For yourself?
rolls. Yeah, I was in a meeting with myself. Some tuna salad, some pasta salad, and some chicken salad. And the leftover chicken salad really pairs well with just a tortilla and some cheese. You put it in the toaster oven, you melt it for 3 minutes, and that's where we're
What
at.
kind of cheese? What kind of cheese are we talking about?
None of your fucking business. Why don't we just get the show started? The Simple Mind Sports Show. We talk all things New England sports, latest and the greatest. Let's do some opening takes. I don't have one. My mind is frazzled right now. So, Ray, why don't you start?
Well, God damn it. Let me see what we're talking about here. Yes, and the next 8 weeks for the Patriots. This is do or die for Matt Patricia and Joe Judge. Basically, it's their resume for next season. If they can get Mac Jones out of this funk, they probably will have a job next year. But if it looks like a disaster, like I think it's going to play out, Matt Patricia and Joe Judge will be on the on the sidelines looking for a new job next year because they have not done well in year 2 for Mac Jones.
Got that right. Bobby?
Yeah, so we'll probably talk about a game that we're going to touch on, that heavyweight title fight there between the Vikings and Bills, that game. Yeah, you look at the next deck games, 3 of those games. Yeah, it's 2 of those teams. Not good for the Patriots. I don't know if I can see them winning one of those games, which leaves 5 games that they have to win if they're going to make anything out of the rest of this season. So not looking good for them right now.
Interesting you bring that up. I was going to go with the Bills for my opening take as well, except I was going to go, I laughed so hard watching that game. so hard.
That was yeah.
And for anybody just tuning in, I was on the Josh Allen's never going to make it train a couple years ago.
Yes, you were.
Not because of the talent, because of the stupidity that runs through that fucking rockhead of his. And guess what? And I told you guys this 2 weeks ago when they lost to the Jets. The Bills are due for some of these games throughout every year because their coach is not as disciplined as he needs to be, but also their quarterback just turns into a rockhead sometimes. Just happens. Think about the lateral in Houston in that playoff game 3 years ago.
Oh, man, was that beautiful.
It's never going to leave my head. It's never going to leave my head. And him fumbling a snap to give up a touchdown to lose that game, not to mention the shitty interceptions he threw, the last interception in overtime. You know, he just has lapses in judgment as a rockhead. And it may be the Achilles heel of the Bills forever because of that.
Oh, I agree. I think it makes the importance of Daboll look even better. Last year, he had his best season. He leaves, and all of a sudden, Daniel Jones has his best season, and now all of a sudden, Josh Allen's regressing.
Yep. Can we send? Can Belichick send another Josh McDaniels Cold War operative to the Giants so we can get Daboll back here?
Yes.
Well, yeah. Can Josh Daniels play coach in the AFC East, please?
Yeah, please, somebody.
Yeah.
I'll go with a different take. The Celtics and their depth just continue to win. Now 12-3. They named Joe Mazzulla basically the coach. They said that they'll count his wins, whatever that means, as an interim coach. I guess.
What does that mean?
I would have to imagine that as an interim coach in the NBA, you don't get those wins on your official record if you're just labeled the interim coach. The Celtics went out and said, yeah, we're going to count them, even though we're still not giving you a head coaching job. Starting to get a little bit annoyed with this whole fucking thing, and Ime still pounding around there. Just get rid of the guy. Name Joe the coach. You're 12-3. You've got players like Peyton Pritchard, Sammy Downtown Hauser, and Luke Cornett each getting you 15 points in a blowout win against the Hawks the other night. You know, he's the guy. He's the guy moving forward, and the Celtics look like they're on the goddamn mission from number 1 Jason Tatum right on down the bench. So they're fun to watch right now, as are the Bruins, who are on the list of things we'll be talking about in addition to the next 8 weeks for the Patriots. We'll go around the NFL. We'll talk about that Bills game, the Josh McDaniels loss. Jeff Saturday.
That was awesome.
I haven't been able to say that without laughing. There's a couple things to catch up in the NFL. And simplest minds of the week, which from now until when's the World Cup over? 2024, Ray? How long does this thing last?
Yeah, until they come up long.
The simplest minds of the week, basically just going to be a cutter update. But there's also a shocking candidate in this week's edition as well. We'll get to. So that's the show, the Simple Mind Sports Show, Friday Rewind. November 18th.
Wow.
Welcome to the show.
I got something troubling on my mind. I got something troubling on my mind. I got something blowing inside of
Oh, that's the other simplest mine. I had to go like, what was the other one?
Yeah. You're gonna have
It's
to
a
wait.
doozy.
It's a doozy. It's fairly insensitive. If you're watching on YouTube, you're welcome. Except for my stains, I got baby stains all over this shirt. But that's
I
okay.
thought those are cum stains.
Oh yeah, that's what I call your mommy. I call your mom baby. So
No, that's what I figured.
if you're watching on YouTube, I'm sorry for that. If you're listening on iHeart, you're part of the #1 New England sports radio show, and if you're listening on iTunes, you're part of the self-proclaimed #1 New England sports show. And hey, what's up, Dubby?
Yeah, you got to work on that one.
I just want to make sure that it's Dubby, not Doobie.
I've been calling it doobie. Let's call it dubby.
2 consonants after a vowel makes the vowel short. Come on, grammar guru, you don't know? It's Dubby. Or is it
Dubby,
Doobie?
yeah.
Or do I have that? Do I have that? No, it's Dubby Energy Drink. This show is brought to you by Dubby Energy Drinks, the newest, hottest energy drink on the market. If you're looking to get an extra spice in your day, you want to go to Dubby. You want to go to dubby.gg and use promo code Simple Minds to get 15% off all orders moving forward. That's Dubby Energy Drinks. You tried one yet, Ray? You got yours in the mail there yet?
Yep. Good shit.
Excellent, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't have to drink coffee anymore. No jitters, no nothing. Just wake you up.
Not much of a crash either. Tastes good.
No, tastes good.
Fantastic.
Great
Now,
flavors. Great flavors.
On this show in mid-afternoon, we drink beers, but
Well, of course, because we were setting
after
down
the show, when
mountain.
you need a little pick-me-up, you got to
Mhm.
keep it level. Keep it level is
course.
the motto of this show.
course.
You know who's not keeping it level? The Patriots. They they've been exactly a 500 team for the past 2 years, so I guess they are within the motto.
They're keeping it level as fuck, actually.
Keeping it level as fuck. 4-4 to end 2019, 3-5 to end 2020, 4-4 to end 2021. We now look ahead to our next 8 weeks, 5. How many games are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
8.
8 in the 8 weeks. Excellent. Let's do the win-loss game. Bobby does not have faith that they can beat the Bills nor the Vikings. Let's go through all of the next 8 teams that they'll play, and let's get a win and a loss prediction from you guys. Are you getting the ledger? Totem pole of dumb? Is that what you're doing,
Yes,
Bob Pod?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. You're going to write this down
Yes, sir.
correctly?
Oh, there's a pen. Yeah,
God, you knocked your mic out too. You're on your computer mic.
not anymore.
What a dick. Okay, first up out of the bye week, we have the Jets at home in Foxborough. The Jets. I'll go win.
Yeah, I have them for a win.
Win.
Next week, Thanksgiving night in Minnesota at the Vikings. Bobby?
I have them for a loss.
Richard.
Win.
Me too. Win.
Can I tell you why? We'll talk more about it
Please.
next week. Who are the Vikings wide receivers other than Justin Jefferson?
Adam
Right.
Thielen.
Nobody fucking knows.
TJ Hawkinson.
No. TJ Hawkinson, how many drops did that long-haired schmuck have in that Bills game? The point is, the Patriots defense is designed to shut down a guy like Justin Jefferson. They're not dopes like the Bills. And if Kirk Cousins can't huck that bitch up to Jefferson in prime time, what does Kirk Cousins look like in primetime games? Answer.
Shit.
Garbage. And Belichick against big-time #1 wide receivers has a pretty good track record. It's all going to land on Skinny Ray's shoulders, and if that offense can put up 25 points, and if they can, they win, and I think they do. That's my reasoning there.
My reason is they play the Cowboys the week before, short week. They're going to be fucking roasted after that game, and we're going to get them limping into that Thanksgiving Day game.
Limping like a Langevin. Next up, they head out to Arizona, West Coast run. You got the Cardinals.
Nope.
Nope.
Bills.
Before
are
that,
next.
you got the Bills coming to town. Josh Allen and his Rockhead coming to Foxborough. Raymond?
Win.
You got a Patriots win there?
Yep.
He's got them going.
Are the
8-0.
Patriots going 8-0, Raymond?
Nope. No, I'll tell you why. Josh Allen, like we all say, he's hurt. His elbow's not good. Sooner or later, he's going to have to take time off. I don't think he's going to be the starting quarterback against the Patriots that game.
Ooh, bold prediction.
You think McDermott's going to sit Allen against the Patriots?
Yes.
He's going to put on the JJ Watt arm brace, and he's going to go out there.
If he can't throw a ball, he's going to be sitting.
Then he'll play running back.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he'll kick it and throw lefty, and they'll win 40-19.
Probably.
Loss. Now we go West Coast. We go to the Arizona Cardinals. And
Who's
that
their quarterback?
crumbling future MVP. Dealing with a hamstring, though, I believe.
Yeah.
Has been since week 1. If you tell him what a whiny bitch Kyler Murray is.
It's all these kids nowadays. Every single one of them are whiny little bitches. Jesus Christ.
How do we fix this problem?
I can't talk about not on here.
I did proclaim, or maybe Ray proclaimed, that Kyler Murray would be the future MVP. But before that,
I don't remember.
I called him a rockhead because those interviews he did coming out of college, what a fucking dope. What a dope this kid was. And now he's acting like a prima donna. I got to win. I got to win against either Kyler Murray less or just a train wreck waiting to happen if it hasn't already in Arizona. I got to win against the Cardinals.
Win. Stop D-Hop. Kyler Murray's a little bitch. I mean, this is the team that we usually have like a lot of bad time with because a mobile quarterback like Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray's right up there. Yeah, so this might be tough, but I think we edge it out.
Bobby?
Mobile quarterback loss.
Ooh.
The wins.
I think you're underestimating the power of a dumpster fire. Then you head north just a little bit.
Speaking of dumpster fires.
They're too poor to do anything about their coach. Las Vegas Raiders next on the gauntlet for the Patriots. Win.
Yeah,
Then you head home and you got Rays, AFC defending champion, Cincinnati Bengals, and Joe Burrow. Go ahead, Bobby. I'll see.
I think they win.
I kind of am leaning towards win too. This is another I'm not impressed with the Bengals. I never have been. What a lucky run they had. Win. And then you got Miami coming to town.
Loss.
With Tua, who was undefeated against the Patriots in the last 3 years.
I'm going loss on that one.
I'm going win.
Okay. What makes you think they're going to?
I think it's weather dependent. I think if the Pats have the weather in their favor, they win. I think if it's clear, they, if they don't have some sort of advantage there, they lose. But I'll lean loss.
Yes. Loss is
okay. You guys had a loss. I had a win. And then you go up to Buffalo. Loss.
Okay. Thank you, Bobby.
As a panel, Ray, tell me if I'm right. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've agreed on 5 wins, 5 and 3.
That is correct.
Okay, 5 and 3. That puts you at 10 wins again. I think probably firmly in the playoffs with the way this AFC is shaking out.
And on another note, Bobby has them at 3 and 5. If we're not going with the panel,
would you be surprised if that's the outcome?
No, because look,
Bobby,
there is a good chance they go 0-8 if the walking nutsack that is Patricia and Judge can't fix this offense, or Belichick. We've had this conversation before. How much is he going to play a role here moving forward after the bye week? This is the question. These next 8 weeks is: can the offense look competent? Can they score?
I think it spirals if they don't beat the Jets.
Yes,
there's a very good chance it scores. Just let me give you this statistic, Ray, because it was interesting to me. Since they started 8-0 in 2019, the Tom Brady, I'm the most miserable 8-0 quarterback in the league year. After they started 8-0, they went 4-4 that year. Since then, they've only touched 30 points 10 times in 50 games. They've scored 30 points 10 times in the NFL. The Chiefs and the Bills have each done it 5 times already this season. So you have a incompetent offense going on 2.5 years now that has gone backwards. They have to come out of this bye week. They have to come into this Jets game, and you have to have an offense that has a direction, has a somewhat of an identity, or at least is forming an identity. And like we've talked about, Bobby, at least a package of plays where if you can see it forming, like, oh, I know they're going to get 6 yards here. I know that they can complete this and connect this and be good. That's step one. And if they can't do that, then yeah, 0-8's on the table and beyond, which we can get to. Thoughts?
I mean,
Okay, I mean, I'm in total. Oh, go ahead, Rim. Go.
Take Cam Newton out that first year because that is just, you can't count that. I mean, you just have a quarterback that can't throw the ball. Take that all out. So it's just basically Mac Jones the past 2 years. And he's probably the one that did it. Cam Newton did do it one time. So yeah, Mac Jones only done it 3 times out of that. So that's not very good for Mac Jones. It's the offense.
The Cam Newton offense had 3 30-point touchdowns.
They had
games.
3 30-point touchdowns. So Mac's only had 1?
No, there's been 10.
Oh, 10, 6. Okay, thank you.
Or maybe it was 2. It was the Seattle week 2 where we thought Cam Newton was
the
back.
Seattle game.
And then there was another one. I think maybe the Bills game they touched it. But the Brady year, end of 2019, I think maybe they got it once or twice. Mac, actually, you had the Jacksonville game last year. You had
a Jets game last year.
The Jets game, they hit 50, right? So I think he had 3 or 4 last year, and then you had Zappy hit it this year. So, yeah, either way.
Oh, Mac hasn't even done it this year, is what you're saying, either.
Oh, Zap Daddy.
Wow, Zappy.
Zap Daddy against the Browns, yeah.
Zap Daddy.
I think 30 is that number. I think you have to be a team that if you need to score 30 points, you have to be able to do it on a whim. Then on any given week, I look at 2018 when the Patriots won the Super Bowl. Their offense sucked for almost the entire year. It looked like they weren't going to make the playoffs. Then they went to a complete run game the last 3 weeks of the season, and they were running over teams. But they ran into Kansas City. And Brady had to put his retro pants on and went out there and had the 3 third and longs to Amendola, and was in a gunfight with Patrick Mahomes, and they put up 30 something points in overtime, and then they went and won the Super Bowl with 17. You have to be able to score 30 points on any given Sunday to be considered just a decent team, I think, in the NFL these days. And the Patriots aren't there yet.
You got to be able to win multiple ways.
Can they get there in the next 8 weeks?
Yes. How? Fire Matt Patricia. If you fire Matt Patricia, Bill Belichick has his hands in the cookie jar a little bit more for the offensive side. I think that he'll do exactly what you're saying, make Matt comfortable, make him feel more comfortable at home. He knows what kind of offensive set that he'll like to run, and just give him to it. But if Matt Patricia stays here the rest of the season, I don't think you're going to get Matt comfortable into that position that he wants to be in, to be that kind of NFL quarterback.
They're not going to fire Matt Patricia. There have been now rumblings. Tommy Curran said this on his podcast, I think, that wherever they heard this from, it was intentional from some coaching staff. Matt Patricia may not be the right fit for an offensive coordinator and play caller. No shit.
Holy shit.
So my question is,
Big J journalism.
My tinfoil hat, you fucking loser, has Belichick firmly put his foot into that offensive room in this bye week and said, hey, Mac, what are your 10 plays from this year and last year that you can run? Yo, fat boy, run the fucking plays. Here they are. And then build from there. That's what I would look to do. Find a foundation that Mac Jones is comfortable with, not fucking Matt Patricia or Joe Judge or Bailey Zappi. Mac Jones can run, and then build from there. That's what you should do with any offense, with any team whatsoever. It's what the Patriots have claimed to do for 20 years. They mold around their talent. They mold around what they have, people's strengths, blah, 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 blah. They haven't with Mac this year. That has been apparent. Let's see if that's an adjustment that they made coming out of the bye week. I think it's the only chance they have to be relatively successful or build towards anything moving forward for the last 2 months of the season.
Totally agree. 100%.
Yes. I mean, and just coming out of this bye week, I mean, it's like 2 extra practices. Like the actual amount of extra time that they get is negligible. Mostly it's just days off. They really don't get extra time. So it literally is just how you're going to call it. It's the calling. They're nothing real new other than, a couple new plays that they do. But like, as far as this whole new scheme, they're not going to come out and run different things. It's just how they call stuff when they call it. the type of drops, the type of runs, like whether or not it's going to be more applicable, which is more realistic that they can do from a coaching perspective with the time given.
No, that's right. Yeah, they're not implementing anything new. I think it does give, especially a seasoned coach like Belichick, an extra 2 or 3 days where he's not game planning for a week to sit back and scout, where on a normal week you aren't able to do that. And I just think I've just come to the conclusion in my own stupid head that that's the only way they're going to build towards something this year is figure out what Mac Jones does well right now and just do it over and over and over again and build on that. Because you keep doing what you were doing. It's not working. Clear track record of that. And they should be building towards something. They're not going to win the Super Bowl this year, but next year, I think they're top 3 or top 4 in cap space available. They got a shit ton of room. They can fill in gaps. Their roster really should be considered okay. And if you have a ton of cap space next year, you continue to draft well. Next year should be the year that you're really pushing for an actual Super Bowl run with a third-year quarterback. And Belichick, I even think, said that at one point during training camp that this is somewhat of a bridge year. It looks like a pothole. It looks like more than a pothole, a sinkhole type of year, not a bridge. So they've got to start getting moving in the right direction. They don't need to come out and put 45 up against the Jets, but it needs to look cohesive moving forward because next year is probably the big year. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Do you think Robert Kraft's willing to spend all that money again after Belichick basically fucked that whole scheme up last year on the free agency?
Yes.
You think he would?
I don't know if he has a choice if he wants to field a competitive team. If he chooses not to, he's going to not have a competitive team.
What if he says, I'll let you spend the money, but let me put the coaching staff around you that I see fit? Do you think Belichick budges on that?
Well, I think this 8 weeks
will tell him to fuck off.
I don't know. I think this 8 weeks will really determine that. If they go Bobby's 3-5 and they continue to average 17 points and Mac Jones looks like a lost boy out there crying to the heavens, yeah, Kraft, I think, is going to say, hey, this ain't working. And if you want to go buy some nice new shiny toys, I'm giving you the guy to run your offense, or at least I'm heavily suggesting the next guy to run your offense. And guess what?
I think we all know what Kraft is going to
size 45 on the pants.
Tom Brady, free agent. Sign him.
Bobby.
That's Kraft's suggestion right there. You want to talk about what Kraft wants? It's that.
Imagine that. I'll give you all the money you want, but you got to bring Brady back.
How sweet would that be?
Man.
It'd be, hey, Mac. Excuse me, Mac. Get the fuck out of here now. Get the fuck out. Could you imagine?
Turn up the Thin Lizzy. The boys are back in town.
Exactly. Get out. Out.
Edelman's no knees comes back in the building. Gronk comes fucking stumbling through. I'd take one last crack at the rodeo just for the headlines. Brady's never coming back to Belichick, and Belichick's not going to let that happen. Anybody other than Brady, I think Belichick is just it's not leverage per se, but it's something in that realm. And this is what I mean. He's chasing Shula. He's got 2 more years to get him. His kid's the defensive coordinator in line to take over the throne. Ugh. If Kraft decides to just be a little more pushy here, what his only other option is to retire or quit. I don't think he's going to do that. Not when he has Shula in his sights, not when he has his kid looking to take over or at least, become continue to hold his position. So I honestly think Belichick's in a little bit of a hard spot when it comes to calling all the shots.
He doesn't have the leverage anymore. I think the leverage is gone.
Yeah, when you bring in Matt Patricia as your OC and you suck, like you kind of deserve to lose that leverage. But for a while, it was always, well, he'll just retire or he'll coach the Giants or something. I think he's too close to the end of his line, and to start over and do all that, I don't think he'd be willing to do it. I don't even know if he could do it.
I mean, what coaching vacancies would be open for him to go? It won't be the Giants.
Oh, somebody would bend over backwards for Belichick.
But he's not going to want to just go move to some random place and start over.
No, and he's got to
get 9 wins.
He's got to get like 10 wins in a playoff win in the next 2 years to catch Shula. So no, he's not doing that. My point is, if the offense continues to go belly up here, I do think Kraft will intervene the same way he did in the draft board. Reportedly, he'll make them bring in a real offensive side of the football. He'll pay for that, which will hurt you in free agency. If they pay for the coaches, you won't get as much shiny toys on the roster.
Unless
But that's
Belichick
fine.
Takes what if
I'm
Belichick
fine with
takes
that.
a pay cut? What if Belichick takes a pay cut?
Well, I don't
Fat
think
chance.
that's happening.
It's a reported he makes $25 million a year. I mean, what if Kraft says, I'll give you 20 and let me use 5 of that to go get an offensive coordinator?
Something
Belichick
like,
would punch him right in the face if he suggested that.
yeah, with his thick.
Bobby's
brick of
choosing violence
thunder.
today. Bobby's all violence.
Yeah, I think that's true. All right. Well, that's the next 8 weeks. Any final thoughts on that? Other than obviously that was all offense. Everyone, we're all defense seems to be okay. They're top
10.
of the league, doing their thing. Jake Bailey's back on the injured list. He hasn't been fired yet.
Not
Nick
yet.
Folk continues to be your number one weapon. And also here on the injury report, limited at practice over the week was Bailey, as I mentioned, Christian Barmore, who everyone's expecting to come back, Kyle Duggar, hopefully we see him, Josh Uche, Anthony Jennings, and Devontae Parker, all listed at limited at practice. Not listed, nice tits, right, was Trent Brown, but he was spotted playing second team reps without a helmet. I don't know if that speaks to some type of intelligence joke that I am too stupid to come up with. There's your pun. Or is it a punishment? Was
what?
he hurt? I don't know. But Isaiah Wynn slotted at your left tackle right now. Can't be a systematic move.
That's scary. So what quarter does Matt go
Sure,
off
there's a
Ryan 'cause he
reasonable
gets hurt?
explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He missed weigh-in.
Yeah.
My
was
reasonable
just bored.
explanation. Yeah, I just fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Get ready for Zappy. Oh, that was my other conspiracy theory. If this offense continues to suck with Mac Jones, when does Patricia and Judge usurp Mac Jones with Zappy and try to save their jobs?
Raiders game.
Ooh, good call.
Thank you.
That's a little far down.
That is
the
a
line,
pretty
though.
good call because that would have some other type of significance. So it usually is in that sort of a game where like there's off the field implications where change happens when you take a big loss. So it's probably not a bad call.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's the one a month. I'm done for the month. I'm at my quota.
Okay. Well, why don't you go ahead and give us headlines with the obvious one?
Thank you there, Richard. The New England Patriots play on Sunday at home against the rivals, the New York Jets. 1 p.m. kickoff. And news coming out of New England, Isaiah Wynn will start at left tackle, as Rich just said. So let's please prayers up for Mac Jones. The Celtics are on an 8-game winning streak with wins over the Nuggets, Pistons, Thunder, and Hawks. Next up for the front runner and MVP candidate this season, Jason Tatum, is tonight against the Pelicans at 8:30. The Bruins sit atop the NHL with a 15-2 record. With a success of the drunk Jim Montgomery, the Queen is rumored to be getting phone calls from the NHL teams. Next up for the Bees, home versus the Blackhawks Saturday night. And the Red Sox have signed no one. They haven't signed anyone. And lastly, the World Cup starts on Sunday, and the over-under for arrests is at 100. Hammer the over. This has been Headlines with the obvious one. Back to you, Richard.
Now, is that over under reported arrests?
Yeah.
Or can we
Reported.
count unofficial floggings?
Nope. Reported.
Nothing like a good flogging.
I gotta imagine a lot of flogging is gonna go unreported. So that 100 number might be pretty accurate. Vegas knows.
Yeah, Vegas always knows.
Vegas knows.
I
That
love-
house.
I love
What's the
those
line
bets.
on floggings with Vegas right now?
Vegas.
169.
You gotta go underground for that.
Yeah, it's not Vegas. Yeah.
You could go somewhere in Jersey get those lines. Speaking of underground, the playoff standings for the NFL look like this. In the AFC, the Chiefs sit atop at 7-2. The Dolphins, the trash organization that is the Dolphins. I love everybody taking the bait in this fucking trash team and that nerd McDaniels and that loser Tua. 7-3. 7-3 are the Dolphins. We'll see how that goes. That ship fucking
Wow.
sinks. I fucking
Dang.
hate the Dolphins.
So angry.
Anger.
I hate the
Anger.
Dolphins.
This is supposed to be a nice day.
No, I like that they're doing well now because I can't wait for them to die. Next up are the Titans. 6-3 are the Titans. The Ravens holding down the NFC North at 6-3. And your wild card spots, the Jets 6-3. The Bills 6-3, and your New England Patriots 5-4. All 4 AFC East teams currently sitting in the playoffs if they were to start today, halfway through the season.
Quick
Go
question.
ahead.
What would be worse for you, a Dolphins Super Bowl or a Bills Super Bowl?
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Really?
I don't mind the Bills. The
Jets-
Bills
Jets-
fans are really getting on my nerves. I hate the Dolphins. I hate their shitty fucking aqua colors, their stupid porpoise mascot, Dan Marino and his cocky little fucking shitty attitude that couldn't win a goddamn thing, Don Shula and his big cheat a lot, Belichick, the fucking Champagne Club and Merkin Mers. Get the hell out of my face, you trash organization. You cheating. They have more cheating scandals than the Patriots do. Go look it up, Google. They're just a fucking trash organization. They know how to blow it every single time. Every single time. They haven't made the playoffs in a decade. They haven't won a playoff game since 91. They're just trash. They're just trash.
Do you think all
I didn't think
fans
that there
are
would be
trash?
nearly as much reasoning to why that was coming. I just thought it was going to be a quick thing.
Yeah, tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not. 100% right.
And the fans, no one gives a shit about the fans. They're Heat fans. No one cares. No one
No, they're-
cares down there.
They're not real Miami fans because no one's really from Miami.
Dolphins
They're
fans
all
are just like
imports.
random fans that are like placed around the country. Like you'll just find like random Dolphin fans.
Yeah, like
like
a
a troll.
redheaded troll that lives in Westchester, New York. Just for example, under a bridge. Just off the top
Just-
of my head.
Yeah.
In the NFC, the standings look like this. The Eagles currently sit atop the NFC at 8-1 after a disastrous loss on Monday Night Football. We'll get to the Vikings after a win against the Bills, 8-1. Seahawks
win.
6-4. The Bucks and Tom Brady, here they come, 5-5, 500, holding down the NFC South, putrid NFC South. In the wild card spots, you have the Giants, Dayball and Daniel Jones at 7-2. Cowboys 6-3, and the 49ers at 5-4. On the bubble for both conferences, Chargers 5-4, Bengals 5-4, Commanders 5-5, and the Packers at 4-6. I made this list today. I like the way the teams look. There's not necessarily like a shitty team in there other than the Dolphins that you got good fan bases, you got good history, you got some rivalries, you got good teams. I like the way the playoffs shake out right now. I don't think it's going to last, but I like the way they look right now.
The Titans. I hate the Titans. Get the Titans out of there. They're annoying.
I'm with you there. I'm with you there too. Yeah.
The 6-3. They're just another team. Like they're not good to watch. They don't have a good fan base. It's just I don't know. The Titans annoy me.
Yeah. Prayers up for Steve McNair. R.I.P. Let's tuck into just a couple of getting around the NFL. This one blew me away. The Queen gave us this stat or news point. Mark Davis, owner of the Raiders. Everyone thought McDaniels was gone after that loss to Jeff Saturday. Saturday in the Colts. They blew another lead, another one possession loss for the Raiders. Everybody thought McDaniels was gone. He had like 3 closed door meetings with that bowl-cutted ginger in the last 3 weeks. And come to find out, Mark Davis is too poor to fire Josh McDaniels because he's still paying John Gruden, who he had to fire, and to fire another head coach and pay that amount of money out the door for someone not doing their job was just too much to handle for Mark Davis, graduate of
CSU, California State University, the Chicos.
Ray was trying to tell us yesterday that Mark Davis and Jonathan Kraft were of the same ilk, just because they were kids of NFL owners. Jonathan Kraft, graduate of William and Mary and Harvard Business School. Mark Davis in that self fucking scissored cut ginger bowl cut of his went to Chico State.
Chico State.
How is that not like?
Is that even a
Racist.
real school?
Yeah, California State
No
University,
way.
baby.
Al
Yeah.
Davis built it. It had a
Yeah.
it
Well,
had a
at least the
student-
difference here is Al
student
Davis at
body
least
of
actually
one.
gave it to Mark Davis. Jonathan Kraft's never getting that thing. Robert Kraft's going to give it to Meek Mill before he gives it to him.
That's a fucking breaking news right there.
Yeah, or
Exactly.
whoever that gold digger is that just married him. She's
Oh,
gonna.
her.
she's
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
have
her.
sex.
Yeah,
She's
never
a
mind, her.
doctor.
One of the two of them.
Sorry, Dr. Gold Digger. What do you think about that, Mick? What do you think about Mick? And so three things came out of that. Mark Davis is too poor to fire McDaniels. McDaniels sucks as a head coach. Sorry, four things. Cry McBitch Pants, Derek Carr, literally with his dripping mascara at the podium, talking about how hard it is to be in the NFL. And then the winner of it all, Jeff Saturday. Just
Jeff Saturday won the whole thing.
what a headline coming out of that game.
Because you see all the people ripping on Jeff Saturday, like, how dare you, the coaching fraternity, you shouldn't have someone that's an analyst come in up the street. You should hire within, blah, blah, blah. And Jeff Saturday shuts them all up by fucking winning that game. Love it. Love to see it. And the Colts actually look good. Matt Ryan looked good. Jonathan Taylor looked good. He has that team playing for him. I like it.
Bobby?
I mean, we knew that Mark Davis was poor. I mean, it goes back to who was it? Was it the Khalil Mack contract, where the whole reason that they traded him was because they couldn't guarantee, like, based off the NFL rules, like, you have to like put in escrow X amount of their actual guaranteed money, and he couldn't do that. So that makes sense. And it does well for McDaniels because now he's given himself some job security, which he doesn't otherwise know, which is probably why he took the Raiders job. Very smart, Josh. Very, very smart.
Yeah, don't say the Belichick tree are not heady. They're not. They are certainly heady when it comes to manipulating things. Can I just read you a Jim Irsay tweet that he launched out into the Twitter sphere after they won that game? Absolutely. Jim Irsay, the owner of the Colts. All you critics, ... You criticize all of us in the NFL for losing, ... When we make moves to win, ... You act so righteous. Then he says, quote, who you crapping? End quote. Just win, baby.
Wow.
Who you crapping is the new tagline for the show, but it's also going to be used in my life often.
Every day.
Oh, whenever my wife has something to say, who you crapping?
Who you crapping?
Was the just win baby a troll of the Raiders too?
Yes, it was.
It's win, baby. Ooh, that one got me going. That one made me laugh out loud. I lost my spot. Where are we?
The Bills lose to Vikings in hilarious fashion.
God, another, you want me to keep me laughing? Keep me laughing?
Yes.
Let's talk about this game. Okay, it started. The first, blunder was 4th and 18. I guess it's not a blunder, but how do you even let the ball go towards Justin Jefferson in that spot? Catch of the year so far, that 4th and 18, one-handed grab down to his chest.
He ripped it out of the defender's hands and made it his ball.
The only thing I'll say to that, look, unbelievable catch. I've seen better, and this is why. Gravity and the way he fell helped Justin Jefferson out a lot. He's got the hand on the ball in the air. Amazing to get to that. The defender has it too. As they both go down, he clenches it to his chest, and gravity just kind of pulls him there, and the ball just lands on his chest. So he didn't have to control it going to the ground face first. He ripped it, and gravity kind of helped him pull it into his chest.
Wow, you're a fucking Debbie Downer. I'd just say it was an amazing catch. You don't have to fucking say gravity helped it, you piece of shit.
You found a way to minimize it.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
What a dick.
I'm just saying, you know what? This is going to hurt
be
it.
the SP's catch of the year, and you're fucking saying, oh, it was gravity. Should get the award.
He looked unstoppable, and he had to minimize the catch.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I thought the catches he made post that were almost just as impressive. In between coverage, getting crushed, holding on to the ball.
Well, he had 198 yards. I mean, there's lots of catches that he had in between there.
I'm just going to say
he's a
this, and this
significant
might
portion
make you a
of
little
their
bit angry.
offense.
You know what was a better catch? David Tyree.
Stop it.
Better catch.
All right, moving on.
Okay.
Moving on
If
to
Rodney
Josh
Harrison
Allen.
had just taken a little bit more HGH, maybe he could have punched it off his fucking head.
In the grasp, ref. In the grasp was Eli. And Rodney Harrison. Just like donkey punch him. Do something, dude.
Finger his asshole.
Speaking of fingering assholes, what was going on with that snap and Josh Allen and the
Fingering
call?
assholes.
And they must have been. They must have been thinking about it.
He
or
asked
doing
for
it.
3. He only did 2, and he didn't know that the snap count was. So he fucking liked it.
I gave you 3. I felt 2 knuckles, Josh. I felt fucking 2 knuckles. I laughed so goddamn hard. I laughed so fucking hard. And then I knew. I texted you, right? There's enough time. They're gonna go get a field goal. They're gonna send this to overtime.
You said it. You said it was overtime. And I called the turnover in overtime.
You did call the interception in overtime. But the Gabe Davis catch, not a catch, helped him on that field goal drive.
Why is that not reviewable?
So this is the question that a lot of people are having. We've had that on the show multiple times. You have to go. I'll give you a nod to your soccer here, Raymond. What do they call it? The video,
VR,
the VR.
the VR board.
That should just be across all sports at all times. Someone in the heavens looks down at the game. If something obvious looks wrong, they make the correction. That's it.
Yeah, but with soccer, it's easier because you don't have to add time and put the ball back where it was. So it's like pretty quick. Be like, oh, no goal. Or
It is a very
like a continuous
simply
play.
mundane sport. It's
That's
not,
why I love it.
it's not
That's why
hard.
I love it. It's not hard to figure out. You just fucking keep playing, blah, blah, blah. But if it's for football, that's going to be tough. You got to put it back on what yard line it was, how 3rd and 4, whatever it was, time back on the clock. That's why it
I
won't.
think we could
ever
figure
work
this
football.
out. I think we could figure it out.
Yeah, as long as you're not in charge, bot pod, like we'll be okay. We can
Thank you.
we can
I'll
get
take my
there.
name out of the running. I'm taking my name out of the running. Thank you.
Good for you. Speaking of taking names out of the running, Dan Snyder is about to not be.
No.
an NFL
Go
Did I
back to
skip
the
something?
other one. Yeah, the Snow Bowl this Sunday. I
Ooh.
want them not to take it out of fucking Buffalo. 6 feet of fucking snow is reported for Buffalo against the Browns on Sunday. I want to see a blizzard game. That is amazing to me. 6 feet of snow, you ain't gonna be able to do shit. That's gonna be awesome. I already took fucking Josh Allen out of my fantasy roster because I'm like, he ain't playing. Or if he does play, he's not gonna throw the ball. He's gonna
That's
be
a perfect Josh
run.
Allen game if he can't throw. He'll just run.
No,
Yeah.
he ain't gonna run it. His elbow hurts too much.
They can't. If they, how soft are they going to get if they move that game or cancel that game? What? Come on,
They're talking about Detroit, putting it in Detroit, I guess.
so stupid. That's
Pussy.
bullshit. What?
This
Who's
isn't
the?
baseball. This is football, goddammit.
Who's the northern team that's talking about building a dome? Chicago. Chicago's talking about building a dome. They don't even get that much snow these days. Like they get
It's a
shitty
windy
rain and it's
city.
cold.
It's windy.
It
I
is
don't know if
very
you know
windy.
this or not, but Chicago's name is the Windy City.
It is very windy.
I know you're not a good geography
Inside
person,
info.
so you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Humble
that's
brag.
insider trading. We'll bleep that.
Humble brag.
Yeah, try that again. Speaking of humble bragging, the DA is about to humble brag because they're about to fire Dan Snyder from the NFL. And it seems like the team has responded. Monday Night Football gets the upset over the undefeated Eagles. However, the biggest news coming out of that is the refs suck. That blown face mask fumble return for the Commanders, and then another unbelievably shitty roughing the passer call at the end that extended the drive to basically salt the game away for the Washington football
That's
team
what won the game.
Commanders / Redskins.
Those are the most frustrating calls.
It was so bad. Oh, I mean,
So bad.
what are you even thinking? Take it where you want. You want to take it from the refs to the Commanders. Are they a team we should root for with the Dan Snyder looking like he should be on his way out? Do you just
No.
give him a sniff?
Nope.
Where you want to take that?
You wait until he's gone, and then you become a fan of the Commanders because then you want them to succeed, make playoff pushes, NFC title games. Just because this guy has been fucking that goddamn organization up for 20 years, that's when you want to see them succeed. Not now. Wait. One more year.
Thoughts, Bobby?
I think I'm mildly rooting for the Commanders. They're like I've said before, they're just one of those teams that I wish were good that haven't been. So to see them win some games and to see what's his name Wentz come out and then Heineke come in, he's doing well. Kind of, I don't mind. And it
Where
gets
have you
the
seen this
Giants
before?
out of there if they win. So
Where have you seen this
Good with it.
before, Bobby? You're a rooter of backup quarterbacks, it sounds like.
I don't mind a backup quarterback.
He's the
Zappy
leader.
love, the Zappy love, now the Heineke love. I mean, Jesus.
Get the Zap Daddy back in there.
They got to get rid of the Commander's name. Is the first thing they got to do. It'd be a lot easier to root for them if they weren't named the Commanders.
What about
That is a
I'm
bad
just
name.
Throwing this out there.
Washington
What about-
football team was better than the
Way better.
Commanders.
What about Redskins? Rich
Well-
history. Should bring it back.
We'll table that one for now, Ray. Speaking of tabling, Giselle traded in football for jiu-jitsu. Looks like
She's
Oh.
Well, it's her national sport. She's going back to her roots.
No, she's Costa Rican.
Whatever, Raymond. Don't fucking correct me.
It's racist, Ray.
Sorry. What's racist? Because I said she's from Costa Rica?
All right, I'll mute him. I'm sorry.
I thought she was
people.
Brazilian.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I had to mute Ray. He was going off the rails with all that racist talk. All that unsolicited racist talk. Yeah, poor Tommy. Bruce Arians said that this week was the first time he saw him smile this year.
Oh my God.
Can a serious question? I know. Do you think Brady just now Giselle is his new queen of spite? Like it was first, I'm a 6th-round pick, and then it was, whatever between that and Garoppolo. We know Garoppolo is a big one, and then it was the Patriots don't want me, so I go win a Super Bowl in Tampa Bay. Can't you see this now being the next mountain of spite for Brady to take? Play till he's 49 years old and collect the championship for McDaniels and the Raiders or the 49ers or somebody after this Tampa Bay run. I think the writing's on the wall.
Yeah,
Only if he can channel this personal slight into football.
Well, I think that's what he's done his whole career.
Well, those were
2-0.
like football slights.
2-0 in his post-divorce.
He also lost $600 million to that crypto crook, so he needs to regain a little bit of money. Guy needs a job.
He'll be playing till 50.
I think so. Sign him, Kraft. Hey,
Kraft, sign him.
what was
Maybe
the
there's an
message?
offer on the table.
What was the message from Kraft, from Mac Jones, Bobby?
Out. Get the fuck out.
That sounds right. And to end the NFL news, Cooper Kupp done.
Not on my fantasy team. I don't give a fuck.
I do. I like watching Cooper Kupp. Best wide receiver in the league. He's always hurt though. It's fucking Achilles.
Can you be the best wide receiver in the league if you're always
for the
hurt?
Rams. Absolute disaster.
Disaster. They got it. I mean, they got their Super Bowl, right? Like people are saying that's it worked. I would disagree. And there's reports Sean McVay is going to retire as a 39-year-old after his quote-unquote core.
All he talks about is retirement.
He's got a smoking wife and a bunch of money in a Super Bowl ring.
I don't have
He
any
could go
of that
make
to talk about
make millions of dollars as an announcer tomorrow, I bet. And just a cakewalk.
Probably.
Well, look at Brady. He made what, $25 million or what's their deal with Fox?
Oh, it's
something
like 350 million or something for like 10 years.
Stupid. So yeah, I mean, you can make that kind of money easily.
Like $30 million a year or something like that. Yeah. Aikman's making 20 or some insane number. Al Michaels signed for like 21 at Amazon. I think those numbers might be off, but they're close. I mean, it's absurd money. It's absurd money.
That's what I'm saying. He'll be fine. He
for everyone just to complain about you in the way you announce games. It's absurd.
It's a no-win.
Okay, that's the NFL talk. We got a little bit of time. We got some Celtics, a little bit of Bruins, and some Simplest Minds. So let's take a quick break, and we'll do some Celtics talk. I'm pondering.
Oh.
I didn't know if we were ready.
I thought we were going to get the koozie. Nope, we got the real deal.
You saw the fake.
I was pondering getting
real.
a little tipsy this afternoon, and you just sealed the deal.
You're welcome.
The only way to forget that.
Yeah. I can't forget it. It's my. I'll send you the picture of the screensaver I have on my phone. Actually, I'll open this up and then I'll send it to Bobby. We'll get a live reaction. I'll let you guys talk because I'll have to find it.
Make sure it's zoomed in.
It's buried deep. So, but I do want to talk about the Celtics and the Celtics depth. They are 12-3 now on the season after a 126 to
121.
That's not the right score. They blew out the Hawks. What was the score?
126-102, I believe.
102. They beat somebody else 120. They beat the Thunder 126 to 121. That's what it was. Mm-hmm. They blew out the Hawks in their most recent game. They had 41 points from the bench against Atlanta.
101.
101. Okay. Their bench has a point differential of plus 7.1 through the 15 games. That's best in the NBA. Peyton Pritchard, with the injury to Brogdon, has come on strong. I like Peyton Pritchard.
I do too. He's not getting enough playing time as is, but
he plays aggressive.
Yeah, Missoula's got to figure a way to get him in the rotation. They got, between Smart, White, Brogdon, and him, that's tight, but they got to figure a way to do that because he's good and he gives them a spark. Old Sammy Downtown Hauser put in 15, three-point assassin. Derek White, If you want to call him a bench player, he starts a lot too. But we're talking depth here. Grant Williams, we know what kind of player he's evolved into. Malcolm Brogdon, I'll get back to him, but obviously has been terrific. When he's played this year. Outstanding piece there. And then fucking Luke Cornett jumping from the paint, blocking 3-pointers, scored 15 points the other night against Atlanta, turning himself into at least a regular season depth role player. So that that's not your 5 starters. Time Lord hasn't touched the court. So you're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're 6 players deep into that. You're 11 players deep. And I think that's important in the regular season. I think that's important for a team like the Celtics in the regular season who still have something to prove. This isn't the LeBron Cavs the second time around where they can take their foot off the gas midway through the season and then know how to turn it back up and get to the finals. I think the Celtics need to be the front runners from the beginning and never let up. Based on what we've seen from this team in the past, and the way that they've collapsed in their immaturity issues and whatnot. And I think depth is going to be a big part of that. Tatum can't go out there and do 40 points every night. So that's good to see. I think that's good to see. Okay, your thoughts on the bench while I find this beautiful, beautiful picture to send Bobby.
I'll go quickly, Bobby, but we've been saying it all along that we need depth on this team, and we finally have it. With all these depth pieces now, it shows that if someone does go down, because injuries happen all the time in the NBA, there's the next man up kind of mentality here. And I think this is going to be huge going into the playoffs, because when Robert Williams comes back, you have guys that can spell all these guys, and you don't have to have you don't have to do load management or anything like that, because these guys can come in there and take control of games like fucking Brogdon. You could put him in a starter role. Grant Williams, same thing. You can put him in a starter role and he can succeed. So I think we're setting ourselves up for a great season down the stretch with all these guys coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly think Missoula agrees with you, Rich, to get off to a strong start, because I'm thinking he's kind of like he's playing his best lineups, doing his best thing. He's trying to get as many wins at the beginning so he can get that interim tag removed. I think he's certainly trying to do that. I mean, when you're looking at the bench, like I think the stats are a little misleading. I don't think the bench is like the best. They're certainly playing well right now. I don't know if that stat holds up throughout the rest of the year. When you look at players that would like, how would you feel about them having to spell in a starting 5 for a long-term period of time? I don't know how I'd feel about that, but the sum is proving greater than the whole right now. They're playing excellent.
Yeah. I still can't find it. It's very deep. No, I agree with you, but I think that's what depth is, right? Like depth is what do you say?
That's what she said.
Yeah. Well, not when you do it.
No, you see this.
No, not when I do it. It's just like, is it in? But depth, that's what depth is. When you get to the playoffs, you take that rotation, you cut it down to 7, 8 guys, 9 guys, maybe. And your big dogs have to lead you. I just think, and even if you want to take it further, even if you want to go towards, okay, maybe we do need a bigger piece. Now you've got Sam Hauser, Pritchard, Derek White, guys that become trade targets, guys that you can fill in and maybe move and get something back for them. So I don't know. I just think that's a really important piece for a regular season.
Would you want to move any of those guys to get a bigger piece?
Depends on the piece.
I wouldn't.
There's no real big piece that I would covet that would trade any of those guys.
The only trade situation that I would really like to consider, and this probably isn't even this year, this is more of an off-season move, is Robert Williams and whatever you want to package for him to bring something serious back. Because I don't trust Robert Williams. I don't even necessarily believe in Robert Williams. But, what I just mentioned, the Peyton Pritchard, the Derek White or whatever, that's going to bring you a 6th man, maybe a 7th guy off the bench, fill a need, fill a role. I think if you put Robert Williams in a package with a Derek White and a 1st-round pick, now you're bringing back a superstar. Now you're talking about an Anthony Davis. Now you're talking about that level of type of talent. And that really makes an impact on your team, which you will need, because Al Horford is 36 and he is a very, very important part of that team. And he's not going to be able to continue what he is doing, even though he just came out and said, I want to play for 3 more years and I want it to be in Boston. Love to hear it, Al, but you're going to be a 15-minute
guy. Role player. Yeah, you're going to be a role
fast,
player at that point. Yeah.
Real fast. So that would be a trade move, but I don't think we're not in that mode right now. We're not thinking about that. They got a squad. They got arguably the best team in the league right now, and Tatum is an MVP candidate. They need to just kind of keep the ship rolling. Let Missoula collect those wins as the non-interim coach. Tell Ime to stop pounding, but also pound sand and roll from there.
Keep pounding.
Keep pounding. Just pound somewhere else.
Yeah.
Speaking of pounding and pieces, picking up the pieces is this Celtics segment that I named. Marcus Smart in his fourth quarter antics or heroics, as I would call them, against the Thunder the other night. 20 points in the second half was their really only offensive weapon. Had the game-winning layup off a Jason Tatum pick. Tatum and Brown seemed to open the door for Marcus to take over. Blake Griffin on the bench said, "This is your game right now offensively." Marcus Smart came out and said, "Look," basically said in a very Marcus Smart way, "I know what my fucking problem is, so I'm trying to not do it. But Blake said I had to do it, so I did it," which is shoot a shit ton in the fourth quarter. Happened to work out that game. Are you taking the cheese? And this is the cheese. I'll label it for you. This is the cheese. Has Marcus Smart, in his 9th season in the year, finally identified when to pick his spots?
Yes. Yes, I believe so.
You're the bottom of the totem pole for a reason, Ray. Go ahead.
I believe he has. I think it's come full circle. Yeah, I might be the captain of this team, but it's the Jays team, and I just need to take the back seat. You know, I'm the 4th option. I'm the 5th option when I'm on the court with these guys, and I think he's finally come to realize that. But if he has the opportunity, which it sounds like the Jays gave him, he takes it. He takes full advantage of it, and I think that's what happened against the Thunder. Good, you deleted, you fucking cunt.
I can't find it. I can't find the fucking picture. I'll find it. I'll get it. It's there. It's in the cloud.
Had me all lathered up.
I know. Well, I saw the desk rise. I'll get it to you. Don't worry. The Malcolm Brogdon injury, I told you to get back to that. And that's annoying. This guy's been injured every single year of his career. And a hamstring as a professional athlete, like,
No,
just
don't
fucking stretch, man.
No, don't. That's nothing to
Stretching.
fucking.
Have you ever stretched? It's annoying.
Have you ever tore your hamstring? It's very annoying.
I
don't wanna do that.
Pulled my hamstring, and it still gives me some trouble.
No, I tore mine. It's still. That's why I'm fat.
Getting off the toilet.
Fucking your mother.
I liked watching the hamster reel.
I was doing the
Go
Jeff
around-
Bagwell.
go around in your
Doing the
fucking-
Jeff Bagwell, fucking your mom like that. It's
That's too aggressive, right? I'm gonna have to beep and blur that.
I know you won't.
Yeah, just annoying, Brogdon. Just stay healthy for a little bit, all right? Speaking of staying healthy, Time Lord expected back December 3rd.
Bullshit.
Yep. I agree. And we mentioned the Joe Mazzulla. Good for him. I think seems like he's been pretty good. Let's see how he handles adversity when it comes to him. Okay, afternoon delights. Quick Bruins, and then we'll get to simplest minds of the week.
Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight.
You guys have it, I think.
Afternoon delight.
I don't know, Ron. That sounds kind of crazy.
Thank you. Bruins can't stop winning. They don't know how to lose. Simple question. Who gets the credit? I'll give you, I know, Raymond, I know your brain, so I'll give you a multiple choice.
Thank you.
A, Don Sweeney and Cam Neely. B, Monte, James Montgomery, head coach, new head coach on the team, obviously after Cassidy leaving. Or C, the players.
Me? B. Give me the drunk. The drunk's making them play. They're doing offense first. Nothing like you've seen in the Bruins before. You know, pack it in the defense and, you know, try to win a 1-0 game or 2-1 game. He's letting these kids go out and score. Pasternak, you got Hall, you know, rejuvenated. You got Bergeron playing great. You got fucking Marchand coming back early. I think it's the coach. It's the coaching system. He's letting these guys go out there and play hockey and not this defensive first mentality. And I love it.
Bobby, you got an opinion on this?
Yeah, so in 2 weeks when Michigan plays Ohio State and both teams are undefeated, just watch out for that. Going to be the best college football game of the year.
No problem. It's the players. It's C. It's the players, Ray. The coach, you always get a jolt from a new coach in a hockey situation. Look at Bruce Cassidy and Vegas. Same deal. Same rosters, new coach. A lot of people want to give credit to the coach and the coaching change, but that's not it. It's just the players. They get a different energy. They get a different motivation to go out there and play, and they put themselves in the best position to do so. And that's it. It's essentially the same roster. You added David Krejci as a 36-year-old who already got hurt. McAvoy and Marchand came back early from injuries. They get credit for that. James Montgomery doesn't get credit for Marchand and McAvoy coming back early.
Bobby saw that.
What'd you do?
Nothing.
Raymond just had a chair malfunction and he's trying to hide it.
Oh, your chair broke.
I fucking caught it.
No, I just fucking brought it down. My tits
It's literally
bounced.
shrinking. It looks like an Oompa Loompa.
Oompa Loompa.
Whoever gets the credit, whatever. They are the best one of two teams in hockey. It's them in Vegas. So they better make a run.
Hockey.
They better make a run. They better make a run for the cup, and we better see a second round exit, at least.
At least.
And then lastly, on the Bruins, they put an independent review out there for the hiring of one known racist and abuser, Mitch Mitchell. What's his name?
Mitchell Miller.
Mitchell Miller.
It's a
The
very
independent
racist name, how can you
review
forget?
is supposed to look at the player vetting process and look for the best scapegoat possible for Don Sweeney and Cam Newton. We'll see what comes out of that.
Scout.
Let's go. Cowards. Okay, simplest minds of the week, not including Neely and Sweeney after this.
Are you stupid or something? I'm as stupid as a stupid does.
My shirt's tucked in, Ray. I can't.
He's got a beater on, doesn't want to show us.
Oh, yeah. Where's your beater?
I took it off.
Wait, what?
I came from work. I had to take
Fucking
it off real quick.
hypocrite.
Yeah. How are you even? How is
I
that
feel
shirt
naked.
staying on?
Unbelievable.
You should see from here down.
I can't wait till Bobby gets comfortable enough to show us his beater. That's gonna be a great day.
Could be
Well,
game
it's
changer.
there. It's just it's a
No,
shirt.
I don't want to
It's
see it
there.
today. Don't do
Not
it.
today.
No, not
It's too
today.
early. It's too early. Too early.
The day that we don't have to look at some baby puke colored wall behind him is going to be the day we get a beater.
Just hang it on the wall.
Camera.
Some fake
it's actually a
standing
wonderful
desk
tone.
in a peach colored wall. That's going to be the day we get a beater.
Brings
show.
out the floor.
Yeah. Simplest minds of the week. I want to cutter update, Ray. Anything you got from there? But first, let's talk about the Caterpillar Molten Lava Man from New Hampshire. Look,
R.I.P.
honestly, what, Bobby? I think you said it. Like, tragic way to go, or however you put it. That sad story. A man was working. I don't even know what the hell the industry was, but they were dealing with molten iron, and he went to get a test. He was an engineer and went to get a test sample and fell into the pot of molten iron. But the headline just caught my attention. It was unbelievable. It said Caterpillar, the company Caterpillar Man, quote, immediately incinerated, falling into a pot of molten iron. I know I'm going to hell. I know I'm a piece of shit.
We're all
But
going.
immediately incinerated, I read it on my phone and started laughing to myself and immediately texted it to you guys. It just, and then I read the story and I got,
Well, this should be a new segment.
There's a family
for us.
involved.
A
but
simple minds, a stupendous death.
immediately incinerated.
Yeah.
So I guess, and I wrote here on the that does rule out he did not. To this point, we don't know if he became a superhero or a Batman villain.
Oh, they cover that shit up. You don't fucking know.
I mean, are there no safety precautions? You just walk around.
Where's the
like,
railing?
Yeah.
A railing, some sort
What's he
of a
trying to
belt
do?
with a rope.
Yeah,
Is there like a spotter that was supposed
Hell
to
with
spot
a
him?
rope.
belay on, bitch?
Yeah.
I don't want
Where's
to
John
fall in.
Long? Where's
don't
John
wanna-
Long?
Yeah, somebody belay me. I don't want to fall in the molten iron.
Like is that what's going on here? Like he had like a rope, but then his other guy's like, oh, a piece of candy, and then he like
Yeah, it was like a Homer Simpson move, and he took his
Exactly.
eyes off the fucking situation. But immediately incinerated. What is that like? Out of Indiana Jones, where you see like the skeleton, the face, and then the skeleton appears when the face melts off, and the Nazis try to open up the
I'm gonna be
thing.
honest here. I've never seen Indiana Jones.
Christ.
Poor bastard.
I knew
Just
you'd be mad about that.
ruin everything.
I know. Sorry.
You love Nazis too. I can't believe
I
You'll live
hate
on in
Nazis.
infamy.
I'm Jewish. Why would I like
you're not
Nazis?
Jew. Don't value. What is it called? Value shaming. Value
I'm a
virtue
1/16th Jew. Jesus Christ.
was a Jew.
Strong
Okay, right.
One for every candle.
Please with the Cutter update.
I don't know if you guys seen the reports, but a Danish news reporter was down there. They were filming on the streets, and then lo and behold, a truck full of cutters. Cutters? What do we call these people? People from
That's
Qatar?
again with the racists.
Assholes.
Am I gonna have to take this over?
Cunts came over and said, no, you cannot videotape anything.
Cuntars.
Cuntars. You can't videotape anything in Qatar premises. And the guy's like, well, this is public property. You know, I can do whatever I want here. I have this. He showed him his little filming certificate saying I can film wherever I want. And they said, shut it down. I'm going to break your fucking camera. So it's going swimmingly well over there in Qatar.
An isolated incident, Ray. Okay, it's the whole World Cup. Give him a fucking break.
Yeah, give him a break,
This is
man.
gonna be
I did
bad.
read as Barstool Flowers, I read Donnie's blog about going over there, and he did have a
Did you read
map
that?
of all the drinking
That
establishments.
guy, I guess a guy came out with that, and they're like trying to protect the guy because if they find, I guess Cutter wants to know who released this, and they're
Really?
like looking for this guy actively. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't go.
Probably the guy that got
No.
lost in the desert.
No, I would love to go to World Cup, but no, thank you, not this one.
Where's the next one?
U.S.
America.
Is it?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
That doesn't sound as fun.
Well, it's actually
Oh,
split.
yeah, it
It's
does.
split between Canada and Mexico, but yeah.
North America has it in the next one.
You would rather go to a World Cup hosted in LA than like South America?
No, I'd go there. I'd go to South America. I would not go to Qatar. Or
No.
Qatar. Qatar.
No, that
Cutter.
part of the world is off
Okay.
limits.
Yeah.
It's off limits for folks like us right now. I just,
Yeah, no, thank you.
I would rather go to a
Like
World
Brazil,
Cup. I'd rather go to
Argentina, Costa Rica.
literally anywhere else to
France.
experience a World Cup atmosphere somewhere else in the world other than my back door. That's what your mother said. This has been the
damn
Cinema
it.
Sports Show.
I wasn't quick enough.
Friday Rewind, November 18th. See you next week for our Patriots recap show. Bye-bye. Drink Dubby.
Buy Dubby. Use Simple
Dubby.
Minds promo code.
15% off
all your orders.
all orders.
All orders.
Let's try it again at the same time.
Be better.
One, two, three. Drink Dubby.
Drink Dubby.
Drink Dubby.
Use promo code.
Use promo code Simple Minds
Minds
Sports.
No,
Nope,
Simple Minds.
Simple Minds.
And
for 15%
off on
all
all
your
orders. God damn, that was so good.
Nailed it.
I got something troubling on my mind. I got something troubling on my mind. I got something loaded out of sight. I got something on my mind.
Marty! You've got to come back with me! Where? Back to the future!
Hello, Richard.
Ah, fuck.
Plug the cordy cord in, bro. It's not like you were busy today. Should have just fucking done it. Whatever.
I know.
That's what it is.
I know.
It's early today too. I like it.
It's nobody's fault but my own.
True. It's true again. Cheers to that. You want to see what Grant gave me?
Do I?
Look at this fucking koozie. Look at those tits.
How wet are they?
Pretty wet. Pretty wet.
So
What are you eating?
for those listening, oh, Bobby missed it. Why don't you show Bobby your new koozie?
Hold on.
You
he's
got a
not
new
gonna-
one.
Yeah, look at this. Grant gave this to me.
Oh my God.
Look
Right
at
up
those
your alley.
titties. Look at those titties. Titties.
For
It
those
just
listening,
seems like that could relate itself to a fumble based off of you might not be able to get a good hand grip on there. So I could see you fumbling.
Bullshit. Look
Well,
at this. You put it
anybody
right,
except-
right underneath the breasts.
anybody except for Captain Boobs would fumble that, but Ray's got a strong idea of what to do with that. Which I would imagine, and for those listening, it's a crocheted. Is it crochet? Yeah,
Sure.
crocheted beer
Someone took
koozie
the time to hand make that for you.
with round boobies on it.
So I'll be honest. I guess someone gave it to him for his kids to have for their bottles, and he said very inappropriate. He says, "Let me get it to someone that's very inappropriate," and I said, "Thank you, sir. I'll have it."
I like it better as a bottle holder. That is wildly inappropriate
Teach him young.
and
boys.
confusing. And confusing. They go for the bottle, and then they see that little
Well,
titty
yeah,
right
so
there, and
it's
then they
like,
go try.
well,
And...
you want him to breastfeed, but you're giving him a bottle. It's basically
Exactly.
trolling.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
Exactly.
Oh,
What are
I
you eating?
mean,
Chief? What are you eating?
You know what it is, Ray?
I don't. That's why I'm asking.
I had a work meeting here this week, and I ordered a spread. Got some deli meats, some nice
For yourself?
rolls. Yeah, I was in a meeting with myself. Some tuna salad, some pasta salad, and some chicken salad. And the leftover chicken salad really pairs well with just a tortilla and some cheese. You put it in the toaster oven, you melt it for 3 minutes, and that's where we're
What
at.
kind of cheese? What kind of cheese we're talking?
None of your fucking business. Why don't we just get the show started? The Simple Mind Sports Show. We talk all things New England sports.